जब आपने Okay, a very good afternoon to everyone. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, you are very much audible.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, so I think we should start now. So a very good afternoon to all of you. I would like to welcome you all on behalf of Indraprastha Shakti and Daulatram College Fraternity on this last day of 1 week online workshop, Yuva Shakti Abhiyan. Uh, we have with us our speaker, Professor Meetu Khosla, ma'am. She is faculty from our own college. So I welcome you, ma'am. And before ma'am start with her talk, I would like to give a brief introduction of ma'am to all of you. So currently, ma'am is serving as welcome, ma'am.
Hello.
So currently, ma'am is serving at Daulatram College as professor in psychology department. Ma'am started her career as teacher in year 1993 and has been teaching in Daulatram College since year 1996. Ma'am has completed her graduation from Jesus and Mary College, University of Delhi, followed by her post-graduation, MPhil and PhD from University of Delhi itself. Ma'am has conferred many prestigious awards in field of academics and research, like Excellence Award for Teaching and Bharat Panchal Award for Excellence in Psychology Research, and many more. Ma'am has completed many research projects and few are currently still undergoing. Ma'am has more than 90 publications in various reputed international and national journals. We are really privileged to have you here, ma'am. And today we are going to this opportunity to hear from you. So I request you, ma'am, to start with your talk. It's over to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Such an honor to be here, and I'm very happy to see so many students here. I got very bad cough and cold, so I had sent my talk to your ma'am. But if you want, I can also share my screen and show it from here if that's okay with you. But I will take all the question answers in the end. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So should
So,
I share, ma'am?
okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
That am I able to cope with things around me? Am I able to do things as I want to do?
Is it audible to all of you? Is video audible to all of you?
Yes, both
Okay.
sound and video both.
Yeah, thank you.
There's so much changing around us, There's, because of the corona pandemic, it's becoming very difficult for us to cope, to do things from home. So, what am I supposed to do? How can I go out? Do I have the time to indulge into things? Am I able to cope up with everything? But despite being home, am I still not doing things I really want to do? So even if I have all this time, why am I not able to use this time to my benefit? So often there is also a question as to, am I really so weak, or what are my strengths, and how can I use my strengths to take care of me? So there are times when especially since I'm also teaching in the university to my students, there's often a question which comes that, oh, ma'am, it's so difficult to focus. Ma'am, concentration is very difficult. Ma'am, it's becoming too much for us. Why is it becoming so difficult for us to focus on simple things? You have been given resources. We are doing live teaching, online teaching. You can see me, you can read the material. We are uploading things for you. Yet, we are glued on this chair in front of the computer all the time, and we are not coming to college. That time we used to spend in the metro stations, walking to college, talking to friends, dressing up for college, all that is not there anymore. So you're missing on that. When you're missing on that, so when you come for the class, it doesn't seem that you're already in a class. So between the screen and you. Because when you attend the class, you remember, oh, I wish वो भी दिन थे. I used to go to college, I used to dress up, we used to chat in the corridor. And I always take the morning classes, 8:30, and I'm generally there by 8:15 in college. And my students would literally rush for me. And when online classes started, so they said, again 8:30 class. Well, that's me. So when we talk about these things, why is it becoming so difficult to focus? So many a times we have to question ourselves that, am I actually mentally healthy? If I'm healthy, then why am I going through all these experiences? Again, the question is that there could be very many changes which happen in the body because of being at home most of the time. We are not walking, we are not indulging in any exercise. We are, in fact, becoming couch potatoes. We're eating too much, we're putting on weight. We like to sleep all day long, or perhaps sleep comes on its own. Why are these physical changes happening? Why is it becoming so difficult to digest food as it used to? Or why is it that food doesn't seem appealing at all? So, why are these physical changes happening inside us? I'm sure all of us are glued to our phones. When you get up in the morning, I ask my students, what do you do first thing when you get up in the morning? Oh, ma'am, we go and take care of ourselves. And I said, no, you're lying. The first thing is a cell phone. And you see, which message is there? Kisne kya likha hai? WhatsApp. And then the second thing is, class cancelled to nahi hai. Can I go off to sleep? And then you may go into the grooming process. Many a times, when I'm interacting with them in the class and I don't hear from them, as it is so odd speaking to a screen. Frankly speaking, giving webinars is a very difficult thing for me because I'm used to speaking live. I make a contact with my audience and I need to see if they're grasping what I'm trying to say. So when that is not there, I also tend to understand that I have to change the way I'm speaking. I have to change my content so that they wake up, they sit, they're not lying on the bed and they're attending my class with full zest. So what are these physical changes that happen around us? Why do you think that we are not able to concentrate despite being toppers? There was a student, most of our girls are very bright. They are brilliant. They are doing excellent. But when they're not coming in the class for more than 2 classes or 3 classes, then I wonder. First thing is, I hope they're okay. There's no fever, nothing. When everything is physically fine, then I wonder why are they not attending the class. So I call them up. First I said, ask her to call me. I wait for 2-3 days. If I don't hear from her, then I call up. What's the ego? It's nothing for me. But then why aren't you coming for classes? What is the issue? Oh, ma'am, I'm always there, but my mic doesn't work. Okay, you can chat with me at least. Oh, yes, ma'am. वो option तो याद ही नहीं रहा. Ma'am, see, this is what is happening to me. I'm forgetting things. I'm so computer savvy, but sometimes I forget things. There's confusion around which I experience. So many students are going through this. Many people are going through this. It's not just students, but it could be anybody, any age. This is because when you are restricting yourself to a small environment, you need stimulation. I tell my girls that you must go out in the open. You must see greenery. You must breathe fresh air. These changes in lifestyle are very important in order to, feel cognitively more appreciative of things happening around us. I gave a talk on appreciating perceiving challenges as opportunities. And trust me, I never used to look at the views, till one of my attendees, I got many letters after that and many appreciations after that, that life has become a little better after listening to the talk. So trust me that it really makes me feel so nice if my talk makes a difference in somebody's life. My day is done. So it's a dual relationship between you and me at the same time. So when we are trying to make our lives better, we are also trying to contribute to another person's life. And when you make another person smile, you become better yourselves. There are many behavioral changes we are all also going through. We become very lazy. We don't feel like, indulging in things where we have to move our hands, we have to walk some place. Well, the remote is there for AC, remote is there for TV, remote is there for this. What is all this? We are doing this to ourselves because there is no motivation to do anything. Similarly, this is also influencing our affective domain, the feelings. We feel dull, we feel bored, we feel absolutely pathetic. And when, trust me, when people call up and say, hey, how are you? How are you feeling? And I want to ask the person, how are you feeling? How would you expect me to feel in this scenario? And I said, oh, I'm great. How can you be great? I said, I'm great. Yeah, you're a psychologist now, that's why you're feeling good. Okay, so maybe because I'm a psychologist, so I'm good, or am I trying to be good, so I'm good? So when we talk about our psycho-behavioral and physical components, there are lots of changes which are happening around us. And sometimes you also wonder that there's a very simple task which I can't do anymore. Why is that happening in my life? Why am I misplacing things? How come I don't remember this? This is not me. How come I am putting on weight? How come I am sleeping so late? How come I am not able to relax? These things, when they happen around you, then you figure out, is there something that I am going through? Is there something that I need to take care of? Okay. So very often you read newspapers, you read magazine, and Time magazine is one of the very popular magazine, People magazines. I tried to get Indian magazine, but I could not get what I actually wanted to present. But what I want to emphasize here is the media is playing a very important role in spreading awareness about mental health issues and how important it is to cure yourself or to get rid of any anxiety, depression, as sir has very rightly explained. How spirituality can contribute to your health, or how you can understand these are the symptoms of anxiety and I need to take care of this. And you don't have to hide away from it. There is nothing like that. You have very good services over here. You have counseling centers here. We started a mental health center in our college. We try to give counseling service to our students, to everybody who needs help. Or you can seek help from people outside. It's very important to understand that you need help. So who is responsible for your own health? It is we who are responsible. I am the one who has to take care of my mental health. No Tom, Dick, and Harry will come and help me. And if I keep sulking, if I am not eating, if I'm not doing what I should do, I'm not taking care of my physical, mental, health, it doesn't bother anyone. Dunia chalti rehti hai. Everybody keeps working. Everybody goes here and there. I sometimes stand in the balcony and just look at the road outside. It's so lovely to hear the honkings, which I used to hate at one time. It's so lovely to see people going left and right. It's lovely to see children playing in the park. Their, chirpiness makes my day going because I was missing all this during these past few months. So the point over here, what I'm trying to say is that World Health Organization has tried to talk about mental health in a very big way. And I'm sure when you're surfing the websites, you're often, indulged into understanding what exactly is mental health. So it could be a state of well-being in which a person realizes your own abilities, how you can cope with normal stresses of life. This is a very important question as to what is a normal stress of life also. Stress or normal, how can it be possible? Stress can have different levels, it can have different intensities. We can come to it in the end, perhaps, if I have time. So, to understand how we can cope with it, how can we productively work towards our goals and fruitfully, and to be able to make a contribution to his or her own community. So, are we actually doing all this, or are we not doing this? So, this is a very important thing which we have to understand. Positive psychology is one area which needs to be focused upon because they help us to understand that what is the importance of feeling positive. It's in vogue. Everybody says, be positive. Of course, I'm be positive. Me and my friend, so I was telling her, be positive, I'm be positive. He said, how will I be positive? I said, look, my blood group is B positive. So a small joke like that made her smile. And then we got on to the bigger issue. So the point I'm trying to say is that feeling positive would basically say, just give me a minute, please. So when I say feeling positive, I mean to say that I need to be confident. I need to be self-aware. I need to be, and I need to understand what is happening around me. I need to understand why and what is the focus of my attention. I need to be confident. Feeling positive means being optimistic. A very famous example which is given all the time. What is being positive? Being optimistic. Expecting better things to happen. What could happen now? So despite everything happening, we, as Amartya Sen says, we have the capability in us. And these capabilities have to be utilized to the maximum. And these capabilities will help us understand what we are capable of and how we can deliver it. to accept yourself as you are. That is the most important thing that has to be done. It's like getting a control of your life, trying to understand your own relationships, trying to understand how you're functioning, how you're going to get about with it. All this is a very important, kind of a situation where you have to hold your life very nicely, very securely, in a very calm manner, and trying to think, then focus. What is it that you want to do? So feeling positive means to take care of all the issues around us. Very often we say, no, are you conscious? Are you listening to what I'm saying? Of course I'm conscious. I'm listening to what you're saying. Freud has very famously talked about the levels of consciousness. What is this consciousness we talk about all the time? So when we talk about mental health, we are aware that we are conscious, we are aware, but what are you actually aware? There's a thin line between us and the reality around us. If you read our Upanishads or the Vedas, delving a little bit into Indian psychology now and reading a little bit of philosophy, and you understand that what we are in unification with the omnipresent reality around us. So if we don't take care of them, the nature, the things around us, they don't take care of us. This pandemic had to happen. We were not taking care of things around us. We were being too proud. We had no time for anyone. Now is the time to reflect and see how we can actually contribute to the environment. How can we contribute and help the other person? So it is a give and take relationship, which is very important. So being positive is basically a way to understand how life is. This is a diagram I made to show you that what are the different things that we can do to enhance our mental health. These are the different composites characteristics. We've done a lot of research. It's been more than 25 years now. We've been working in this field. And I've done work on, my first project was on optimism, how dispositional optimism could enhance your mental well-being. Another one we did was on how could being in control help you. And what we found was that optimistic people were more healthier than people who were having a pessimistic attitude. I repeated the same study a few years ago and again this year. The results continue to be the same. So why is it that optimism is enhancing well-being despite, so many years, despite the changes in the stress level, despite the changes in the occupation level, despite the changes in the family, in the growth process, and so on and so forth? Which means that optimism is a very important attribute. Another important thing is, can you develop it? How do you develop it? Self-esteem. We talk a lot about self-esteem. Today, when I was teaching my class, we were talking about ego. How being too egoistic can be harmful for you, and how being less egoistic can also be harmful for you, because ego is a protective of your personality. Self-esteem is something which has to be nurtured, something you have to bring about. Self-esteem is what makes you going. Then having realistic goals in life, trying to make meaningful acquaintances, meaningful work outcome, meaningful contributions, trying to be very productive in a meaningful way is what is important. At a student level, getting marks is very important, yes. But as psychologists, we have a bigger role to play. I'm sure that people in your family or friends would often call you up if they have hassles, thinking that you're a psychologist, so you have clues to help us. And why not? Of course, you have clues to help them. I made a little bit of a diagram for you, which I thought you would enjoy, but a picture is coming in the middle somehow, at least in my screen. So these are the steps which I have made, steps to enhance mental health. So the first one is enhancing your physical health. The first important thing that you need to do is to eat proper food, have proper nutrition. And I'm sure this pandemic situation, has made us all very nice cooks. I never used to cook, frankly speaking. I was always into books. Now I cook, and I cook nice things. And thanks to YouTube, I learn also. And good nutritious things which we used to order online because no online food is coming. And we're still putting on weight because now we're making good things at home. So things I never thought I could go beyond baking a cake, I have made, and they also turn out well. So when I look at my father, he's my main thing, that I look at his face. If he eats it, it's done, it's good. Because if he rejects it, I know I'm bad. So when we talk about taking healthy nutrition, we also have to be careful as to what compromises our health and how we should take care of it. Having a proper body image. You don't have to have a very perfect figure. You have to have a healthy body. That is what is important. Also enhancing your activity level, as rightly said by Sir. We can have ergo cycles at home. You can do jogging at home. You can do jumping at home. Yes, you can. If you have a pet, now I have a cat who was initially 500 grams. Now he's 4 kgs. So you have to lift him up. He's pretty heavy. And lifting, so the first time, I lifted him for 2 hours because he was not ready to sit down. I realized I had pain in my arms. Then I realized, what is this? So I need to physically exercise. We need to walk. We need to do, you can engage in yoga, but I could never do Padmasana. I still can't do it. But there are many people who engage into healthy yoga. Please, it's the best thing. So physical exercise is a very important thing. The first step towards gaining health. So having a healthy body. And this also releases endorphins. Now, going for a walk in the morning, 20 minutes is good enough. These are those healthy, chemicals which are released by the brain, which make you feel good. The feel-good hormones. If you go in the evening, you need a double time, 40 minutes minimum to feel good. So when you are active, your autonomic nervous system is also active. Your muscle tone is also good. You are also more relaxed. You will sleep well. You will work well. You will have better concentration. And you will be motivated to take care of yourself, which is very important. The second point I want to make is about psychological self. So once you've taken care of your body, the next part is psychological self. I need to value who I am. It's very important to feel important. I am a person of God. I am a person who has been given this role to take care of me so I can take care of others. I am grateful that I have so much. So having feelings of gratitude, having feelings of compassion, valuing yourself, enjoying, your life as you are, enjoying every moment, enjoying the love and affection you have for your family members, for your friends, for your plants, for your pets, for my books. I'm very possessive about my books. So enjoying these small things is very important because it's we who are responsible for the choices. Score says we make our choices. So you have the choice. Either you can sit in a corner and sulk and sleep, put dim light, listen to a typical sad song. But I don't know, Ronya, jab rona aata, you can't sing. But all our movies, the people who are upset, they start singing. Ya to awaaz hi nahi nikalti when you cry. Saans bhi nahi aata. I don't know how that happens. Watching media is also good. So we got to be very flexible, keeping our goals which are easy to achieve. A small goal like, I need to have water, I will go and fetch it. Rather than asking a family member, can you fetch me water? So that is also an important thing to do. So all this will help us be more resilient. Resilience, being able to take care of self, being able to bounce back, as Banana says, from reality, from any stressful or traumatic situation, and then come back to a normal environment, trying to function as optimally as you can. Building resilience, I've done a lot of work in this. There's a paper also you can read. It was published 2 years ago on how to build resilience in basic tips to it. But resilience is a very important component of us, which makes us going, which makes us more compassionate towards people around us. The next step would be behavioral self. So making a behavioral change would be developing skills that will make me accomplish what I want to accomplish. Like I said, I didn't know how to cook. I learned how to. I don't even know the name of the dal if you ask me. And if somebody asks me what dal, my father will say, what dal have you made? I'll say green, it's pink, it's black. Then up to you learn the names. I mean, what is the need? I can make it. It tastes good enough for me. Why should I waste my time learning the names when I can rather spend time academically doing something else? So when we talk about behavioral self, you have to engage into some kind of recreation. Paint, sing, don't read a book, please. That's the laziest thing you can do. If you read a book, write a gist, publish something, do some research, paint, sew something, make some designs, or try to clean your cupboard, or try to make the best out of waste. Try to recreate things that helps you. Try to have an ability to help another person. Be altruistic in your activities. Say hello to people around you. How many of you say hello or good morning to elders in your home when you get up in the morning? How many of you say hello to your guards? How many of you call up your grandparents and talk to them? Nobody likes to talk to elderly people. Boring होते हैं. पुरानी stories बोलते हैं. It's not like that. Spend time. Call them up. Just say, hi grandmom, how are you? This is what is happening in my life. How much time do I have? Please tell me before 5 minutes, okay? I'm not keeping track of time. So all this is very important to feel worthy in life. And trust me, when you spend time with elderly at home, you will feel so encouraged. You will feel there is a purpose in life. And you will bring a smile to another person's face. And when you do that, you also smile, right? So feeling of self-worth is very important. Then coming to social self. अब घर में बंद है तो है ना, what to do? We have to take care. And then you wear, and I'm a person who's really scared, you know, I wear a mask, I wear a shield, and then my gloves, then I have to go to college. Everybody laughs at me. I don't care. It doesn't make me any less of a professor, right? When I say hello, hi, how are you? I talk to everybody right from the parking lot to my department, and you talk to everybody always. That has been my habit, right from the gardener to the guard to the PNs, everybody. I need to know how everybody is doing, and I need to spread a good hello, because building relationships is a very important social support system that we have. And whatever time I have, I would like to make these relationships strong. We should work on those relationships which bring positivity in us, which make us bloom, blossom, and make them so strong that no wind, no hurricane can reduce the effectiveness of these relationships, because these relationships encourage us to move ahead in life. The importance of any person in your life, anybody whom you feel is important. Everybody is important. Everybody is unique. No two people are alike. No two siblings are alike. If you fight with your sibling, that is also good, because the day he or she is not fighting with you, you miss it. Oh my God, आज तो लड़ाई नहीं हुई सुबह से. Life is so boring. And then you say, why aren't you fighting with me? What's the issue? So social support is a very important component of mental health. You have emotional self. We are very emotional beings. It's very important to understand what kind of emotions we have. If you don't understand your emotions, how are you going to help other people around you? So in order to help other people, you have to understand your own emotions. What are the kind of positive emotions or negative emotions that you're having? Each is important. I'm not saying negative emotions are not good, because negative emotions have to be channeled in a proper way. They have to be regulated. You have to learn how to modulate them. You have to learn how to, replace them with something positive, which is more constructive. That is what an effort should be. So it becomes a concept of emotional intelligence. People who are able to understand their own emotions, others' emotions, and make the best of it in a best possible way. I went to meet Peter Salovey, who made this model, and people who, and especially the Yale Center of Emotional Intelligence, and give a talk over there. It felt so good. It felt so nice. So he said that, are you using my scale? I said, of course, it's been way back I'm talking about. During Fulbright days, I visited many institutes. So emotional intelligence is a very important component. There's a research I did way back, published also, where the emotionally intelligent people are happier. And they are happier. We found that empirical evidence is also there about this. Another thing is cognitive self. What are my thoughts? What am I thinking? What am I, we are in a habit of thinking in circles about, if there's a negative thought that comes to my mind, I will keep thinking around it. Think big, have an action plan. Try to, change the faulty thought patterns. Those thought patterns that take you back. They are a blockage to your progress. Do not indulge into it. Like if you're a non-smoker, and if somebody offers you smoke, you'll say, no, I don't smoke. Similarly, those thoughts which are debilitating, which are interfering in your progress, they should be absolutely stopped. They should be restructured. You need to think about it, and you have to think how you can cope with it. Lazaras was a very nice person. I used to talk to him a lot again, because I was working into coping strategies and his usage scales and all. And so way back, when he sent an aerogram, sir, I need this material, I need this article. And he was a very generous person, sending me a lot of reading material. So his coping strategies and talking about problem focus, emotion focus coping, and me being a thorough emotion person, how to solve it in a more practical way. So we used to have a lot of debates. If you can imagine, I used to write and we used to debate. And then this is my viewpoint. People say, no, this is the viewpoint. So this is a very healthy thing. When you are facing any challenge in your life, it is one opportunity for you to grow, to learn, diversify. So whatever we are facing in our lives, it's very important to understand how can we cope with the present scenario and make the best out of it. I can't see myself now. How do I put the channel here? Meaningful self. But I'm obstructing my own view. How am I supposed to move this? Can I move this on this side? Is there a way? Yes. Uh-oh. Yes. Uh-oh. Okay. So this is better. So perhaps I'm trying to indulge into yoga or meditation or something like that. This tower which has been hiding so far is my mental health tower, which I'm trying to reach. It's the brightest one if you see. The pink is the lightest one. The peak is the lightest one, sorry. Yellow means it has the power or luminosity to heal. So I can indulge in any kind of meaningful activities. These meaningful activities could be trying to contemplate into something or trying to meditate, do prayer, indulge into spirituality. The whole effort is building a mind-body connection. And in this mind-body connection, it's very important also to connect with nature. Just to see your wind out of the window, sit in a terrace, sit in the balcony, sit in the lawn, anywhere. There is no excuse. Just spend some time with yourself. I'm teaching stress management nowadays to my students. And since it's a SEC course, it's a skill management course. So I try to teach them some relaxation skills some of the other time. And they will say, oh, ma'am, please not today. So I said, oh, why? Ma'am, you relax us so much that we can't concentrate in the next class and we fall asleep. So I said, now what is to be done? I have always passed classes with you. Do you want me to take an evening class and teach you these techniques? So the point is that if my 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes of relaxation exercise makes them feel so relaxed that they fall asleep. So today I started with the relaxation exercise. I said, no, but we will try it in a way where you are awake, where you can concentrate and grasp what I'm trying to tell you. So what I'm trying to say is that when you are indulging into yogic exercises or meditative exercises, the effort is to relax the mental muscles. Physically, yes, of course that happens. But just breathing, just being with you, and there are a number of thousands of techniques of meditation. And just understanding that you are a great source of energy inside, a powerful, a more empathic, a more savored, a more healthy person inside will make you so strong that the whole day will be so nice, like making auto suggestions. I'm great. I'm the most beautiful person on this earth. And I want to smile the whole day. So when you look yourself in the mirror in the morning and you're brushing your teeth, what do you say? There's nobody as good as I am. The girl doesn't deserve me. So when you put these positive thoughts into you, your day is done. So these are auto suggestions. So these are mental suggestions which make you feel good. And why is it not moving? Again, I'm in this middle. See? So I'm going to move things which come and obstruct my vision. That's what I'm trying to do. That is what you have to do. Something which blocks your way, you be persistent in your efforts. Don't let it block your way. So what is my purpose in life? I moved the screen away. I'm not important. This is important. Get it? So it can be as small as this. Now what is obstructing? So take care of yourself and seek help when you feel that you need help. It could be from a counselor, and your university has a very good counseling unit. I know that, and they're developing it further. Everybody needs to talk to somebody else. It may not be a counselor, it can be a parent, it can be a friend, it can be your guide, it can be your teacher. But you need to speak. Even when you are happy, you need to share. When it's my birthday, my whole college used to know it's my birthday. And now also I tell my students, my birthday is coming, so please start making a nice card for me. Because I believe in spreading happiness. And when I'm upset, everybody knows I'm upset. I'm a person who likes to share positive and negative together. Because when I share positivity, it becomes more big. When I share my negativity, it reduces. I went to a dentist yesterday, 2 days ago and got a root canal. So my student said, "Ma'am, how's life?" I said, "What can life be without chocolate?" She says, "Who is depriving you of your essentials? Leave the doctor." I said, "No, but he's curing me. It's okay. I can have it after that." We need help. It doesn't mean that if I'm an educator,
Yeah, the video is over, ma'am. Uh, Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening us on such a relevant topic of mental health awareness, where I think all of us could relate at some or other point. Ma'am, I would ask students if they will have some query, they will raise their query and you can answer them. Students, if you have some query, either you can write it in the chat box or raise your hand.
Yeah. In fact, I only enjoyed my talk after a very long time.
Participants, please raise your queries.
No one has any question, girls.
Yeah, mentally healthy.
Yeah.
Good.
No, it was so good session, ma'am.
It cheered me up
So
also,
simple.
actually.
Mm.
This was in pandemic time. Actually, there were, different talks. I was trying to figure out which one to send you. But then I realized, ठीक है, अब भी ऐसा ही है.
Yes, ma'am. This is a topic that anytime we can correlate with. All of us are at some or other point can relate.
We do have a college counselor now. I think the students are aware of it. You can seek help from there also.
Yeah.
The university also has counseling services. They are free of charge. They can also help you. So I'm in the psychology department. If a question comes later on, you can come and talk to me. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am is available in the college also. So if you have any query, you can go to psychology department also and meet ma'am. Ma'am, if there are no queries, then I think we should end our session here. Okay, so
Okay.
it's over to Darshan ma'am to give.
Madhu, I think you should give vote of thanks to Mitu ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
It's done?
Mm.
No, I can, yes, ma'am. Thank you so
Okay.
much, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, it's over to you then.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Madhu, and thank you, Mitu ma'am. It was such a wonderful session. I know you are not well, but still you are here and apprising the house on how to enhance their mental well-being. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that. I, Dr. Darshan, Delhi State Coordinator, Yuva Shakti Abhiyan, on behalf of Indraprasth Shakti and Daulat Ram College, would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Indraprasth Shakti for giving me this opportunity to conduct 1 week online workshop for the students of Daulat Ram College. This workshop had 7 sessions. The first session on workplace ergonomics by Professor Uma Kumar, Head Rheumatology Department, AIMS, followed by How to Handle Stress by Dr. Sunita Rajiv, who is a teacher by profession and certified trainer. Both the sessions were quite enriching in terms of physical and mental health. The second day session on cultural heritage of India by Professor Navneet Manav, the Vice Principal, Dayal Singh College, put lights on rich culture of India. The third day session taken up by Professor Sunita Bhagat, a professor of chemistry in ARST College, briefed how are diet and health related to each other. On the next day, the legal awareness session was taken up by Dr. Pratima Lakra, Advocate Supreme Court, made the students aware about various laws, especially for women. Next, we had Mr. Asim Chandra Trivedi, CEO Nova Sensa private company, and he puts a light on e-waste recycling And that session had been quite fruitful and relevant to the present day tech-savvy generation. On the sixth day, we had Dr. Nishi Arora, the head of Tibia College, who apprised the House about the importance of leading a simple life as it had been earlier. On the last day, that is today, Professor Meetu Khosla gave a wonderful and a fruitful session, and she gave many tips how to keep the mental health good in spite of not keeping good health. I'm grateful to her. The session, this workshop had been designed keeping all the aspects of student for empowering them, and I hope we have been successful to some extent. Now I would like to thank all the resource persons in panel, all the members of Indraprasth Shakti for joining the sessions, and National YSA Coordinator Professor Punita Verma for her time-to-time suggestion. We are extremely thankful to our respected principal, Professor Savita Roy, for her support, and Mr. Apurv Singh for all the technical support. And this program wouldn't be possible without Team YSA Daulatram College. A big thank to all the members of YSA. And in the last but not least, I thank all the participants for a wonderful audience. Thank you, everyone. It's a wonderful session. Can we have a photo? One photo. Please switch on your
Congratulations,
Yes,
Dr. Darshan, for organizing such a
participants.
beautiful program. It's a very meaningful program.
Yes, ma'am. For us, it was wonderful program. And आज का तो बहुत ही अच्छा रहा.
I'm glad.
Ma'am, आपने जो ये PPT and all, I don't know, मतलब कि I can see your efforts in this, I think this video. That was wonderful. Truly
Thank you.
amazing. Yes, students, open कर लीजिए बेटा आप अपना.
Please switch on your cameras, bache.
And beta, we will be sharing a feedback link on WhatsApp group. Please fill that. Are you taking? Please, I request everybody take the photograph. I think it's done.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
नहीं बोला.
कौन है नहीं बोला?
जब बोलना था तब नहीं बोला.
क्या हुआ मैम?
किसी ने बोला ना नहीं बोला, कौन था वो मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा.
Somebody raised hand in between of the session, and but when the session got over, nobody had any query.
Oh God. मैं अभी बस बैठे बैठे मैम का सेशन सुन रही थी, and I was writing and I was recalling कि क्या क्या लिख दूं. ठीक है. Okay. मधु आप कर सकते हैं एंड इसे.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.